fairly nondescript grey vinyl covered box, and it is an Akai tape recorder. Alright. It is an Akai M-8 Crossfield stereo tape recorder from probably the mid-60s. You see conflicting dates on these on the internet, between some as early as 63, but I think probably 65 is probably closer. This, the M8 was the last of the Akai machines to use the valve amplifiers. The M9 was a solid state machine. And the M7, it was quite similar as well. I think these machines, well, they were badged as Roberts in the United States. This one, the M8, was badged as a Roberts 770X, I believe, the X for the Crossfield head. There's a couple of minor differences between the Roberts machines. The Akai machines has the stereo speakers in the lid here. The Roberts machines are in the side. And the Akai machine has the power cable in a little cabinet here. The Roberts machines had the speakers here and the power cable out the back, I believe. All of these Akai machines, I believe, have ancestry in the Ampex 601, I think. A little bit different around, I think the capstan's on the bottom of the pinch roller on the Ampex, and but yeah, I think in some ways they're actually similar. This machine's got a couple of issues. The electrolytic caps are well and truly past their sell-by now, so they will need replacing. Any electrolytic and wax paper capacitors. Machine plays alright, actually. The rubber roller is still quite nice. Let's see if I can get a focus on that there. Yeah, it's alright. The actual capstan roller is there. This is a sleeve that goes over the top to allow you to play the faster speeds if you have that off. So you've got this low and high speed. High speed on this one is 7 inch per second, low is 3, and then to get the 1, you remove the sleeve and it's got a little parking spot there. So a little dovetail on the capstan roller locks it in. I think they tend to go missing a little bit. You can buy replacements for all that. So one thing this machine was missing is the rubber reel holders. I've just gone and picked up a couple of little hardware store rubber bumpers for the, and you just twist those on. It's alright. It's they're a little tight at the moment. Don't think it's going to be enough force to break the spindles. So yeah, I'll thread a tape up. I guess the other main thing that's a concern with these machines is that there's some 3 cams inside this particular model. One behind here. It's like a sort of ramped piece, and then there's a couple of, yeah, it's like a lumpy cam that enables and disables some linkages in here. They're made of a soft white pot metal that tends to degrade over time. This one's actually still working. I'm just very, very gentle with it, and I do have a 3D printer that I can knock up some replacements when they inevitably fail. So there's plenty of these machines out here, but a lot of them are scavenged for these valve amps. Modified, you remove a couple of tubes. I think there's a tube in the top amp that deals with the bias and arrays, and that can be removed, and a bit of wiring tidy up, and yeah, they think they're quite popular in the DIY thing. Fairly standard inputs on the left here. So you got your phono input for magnetic cartridge. You can do a crystal cartridge with a resistor in line. Preamp out if you want to pop it out to your existing amplifier. Line in and microphone in. Line on this one seems a little bit deaf. Even cranked at full volume, it barely registers on the VU meters. I'm guessing that's electrolytics failing there. They are independently operatable. These in stereo mono mode. In mono mode, the right amplifier won't come on. And speaker output, I think these are probably something about 4 watts. To an external speaker. It was designed to use an external speaker because these speakers up the top here offer very little in the way of stereo separation. I think their idea was that you would use an external speaker for the left and the right, and also have this playing in the center, which was kind of like a primitive version of the center speaker that we have today. It was that was what it said in the documentation anyway. It was to fill the gap. Otherwise, fairly standard. It's got your DIN input-output here, which is what I've been using into the amplifier. A bit of buzz on recording. There's probably something going on there. It doesn't buzz when you plug directly into the front panel, so not too sure. But as I said, the whole thing needs going through. I have had a bit of a clean inside with regards to the actual tape operation, so just to make sure that's all good. Got a little funnily enough, this one here is actually like a ball bearing system on this roller here. I don't even on this TAC that doesn't move. That's just machined solid, so that's quite nice. And there is a cleaning function. You press the idea is that you fill this. It's a felt pad in there, and you fill that with silicone oil. And press the button, and that will be in the way of the tape path when it comes down here. Fairly primitive otherwise. There's no tape lifter mechanism or anything in there. It just got should I take this head block cover off, or the bottom of it rather. So you've got your where are we? A raise and record head up in here. And your playback head and your bias. This is the Crossfield bias head, and that moves close to the tape but doesn't touch it when you're playing. So if you go, where is it? Like that, it moves closer. When you change the tracking here, it moves it in and out depending on which tracks you're trying to choose. Yeah. What I'll do, I'll plug it in and we'll pop a tape on.
Akai tape recorder. Thank you for purchasing this Akai tape recorder. And now we are going to give you a demonstration of the Akai tape recorder, presenting the splendid sounds and wonderful music made possible by Akai. An earth-shaking dynamic sound. That's the sound of a Japanese locomotive. And now, hi-fi stereophonic music featuring a Latin hit number entitled La Cucaracha.